everyone, it's Wendy. I'm really excited about this look that I'm about to do that I think is really great for the fall turning into winter. It's a mixture of using golds and some purpley reds, both from MAC and Urban Decay. And then I'm also going to show you how to get these curls. It takes a little bit of time, but they last all day once you do them, and sometimes even into the next day, honestly. I bought the MAC Pigment holiday packet thing in like their gold shades, which I really didn't need to do because I have way too much makeup, and I thought about returning it, and then I caved and I'm keeping it because it's so pretty. It's like really, really pretty. That's a lot of what I'm using. And then I've always been a fan of Urban Decay, so I'm using one of their purpley shades. Without further ado, here we go.
Start with a clean face and your favorite pink furry robe. I'm using Too Faced Prime Poreless, and I'm applying that to my T-zone, followed by NYX Concealer, and applying that wherever I have trouble spots. And I'm still rocking this Lancome Photogenic Luminous. I really like it, and I think it's a great color for my skin. And then I'm also coming in with the NYX Concealer again and applying under my eyes and along my highlight spots and blending with a beauty blender. Next up is my Too Faced bronzer that smells like candy. I get really pale in the winter, so I'm applying that in a 3 motion and then also contouring my nose with the bronzer as well. Next is brows. I'm using my Anastasia brow pencil and filling it in with the spoolie. I think heavier brows in the winter looks a little bit better. I'm then using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in their shimmery formula and applying that to my eyes. The beautiful MAC palette. Naked, Blondes Gold, Out All Night, and Reflex Bronze are the 4 shades. I'll call them light, medium, dark, and glitter. So take the medium shade and apply that all over your lid. I also moved it pretty close to my tear duct because I want that light shade kind of all over the whole first half of my lid. Then I used Last Call from this Urban Decay palette, which I honestly can't find the name of, so if any of you know, let me know. I used a really exact brush and applied that to my crease and then blended it out with a clean brush. Applied more, blended it out, applied more, blended it out, just until you get that intensity of color you're looking for. Then for more dimension, I used the Highlight Max shade and applied that to the center of my lid. And then finally the darkest MAC shade, and I put that on the space between my eyelashes and my crease on the outer half of my lid. You can kind of see it right here, what I'm talking about. And here's a good shot of the 3 shades we got going on so far. Now I'm taking the highlight shade from the MAC again and applying that to my brow bone, and I also put it in my tear duct. If you get any fallout from the pigment, just wipe it away with a big brush. And then now I'm taking the gold sparkles and just putting them in between the section between the dark matte color and the medium matte color, followed by the Last Call Urban Decay color and using that underneath my eyes to line them. So now I'm following that purple liner with my liquid liner, and I'm just showing you guys why I don't ever put my liquid liner on camera, because you can't see it. For some reason I'm always like, yeah Wendy, you're totally far away, you're centered in the camera, and then I look at that footage and you mostly see my forehead. Finally, I'm using my L'Oreal Collagen Infused Mascara, my go-to standby, and putting on some mascara. And dun da da, that's the finished eye look. Next is lips. I'm using Viva Glam 2 by MAC, which is kind of like a shiny cranberry color that matched the eyes real well. And then I'm taking that light shade from the MAC pigment and applying it just to the center to give a more of a highlight. And then I applied some Lancome blush, cream blush in a rosy color, and that is your face. And now it's hair time, my favorite part. With this look, you want to part your hair where you ultimately want your hair to fall. So, tips for a side part. Use the top arch of your eyebrow to position where your part should go, and that's usually a pretty safe spot. Divide your hair into 2 sections. I'm using my favorite brand, Hot Tools 1-inch curling iron. Start around your part and curl your hair away from your face. So clip in the front, turn it towards the back of the room. Slip it off the curling iron and clip it. Very similar to my other curling tutorial. If you haven't seen it, the only difference is you're now working around your part instead of getting rid of your part while curling. And to avoid all your curls clumping together, it's really important for you to curl in opposite directions. So that one, first curl, I had the clip towards the mirror. Now I have the clip towards the back of the room, and I'm curling towards the mirror, if that makes sense. So clip forward, turn back, clip back, turn forward. I just messed up right there. So you can see it takes a little bit of practice, but just you want to alternate every other curl so that you're getting a really good texture. And clearly I don't always curl my hair perfectly, so if your curl falls out, just grab it and pin it back up. No big deal, MBD. So now we're moving over to the other side of your head after you finish the first side. And I'm going to give you a quick tip about how much hair you should put in your curling iron. I see this as a common mistake where people get not nice curls using a curling iron, and it's because they have too much hair. You want your hair to be approximately the same width as your barrel. So that obviously was too big. It was like twice the size of the barrel I'm using, versus this chunk of hair is approximately the same width of the curling iron I'm using. And why do you do this? Well, if you take too much hair, the surface area of your hair isn't touching enough of the surface area of the curling iron. Versus if you use the right amount, all the hair is getting warmed up so you get a nicer curl. Your front pieces, again, always curl towards the back of the room because you don't want them curling into your face. You want it to curl out of your face. And then again, on this side, I'm just alternating directions. So clip face in front, curl to the back. Clip face and back, curl to the front, and I'm doing that for every other curl.
This is you on camera. Look at you. Say hello. Oh, say hello.
And this is the finished look.
Thursday night, everything's fine, except you've got that look in your eye when I'm...
Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments on this look. I'm going to be pairing up with Steph Walters in a couple weeks to work on a kind of a duo look with her, and she's fantastic, so I'm really excited about that, and be for sure to follow her as well. You get this great voluminous hair after watching the video. Thanks so much. Please subscribe. The button's below, and if you like my video, you can give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I literally had to stop filming in the middle because my dog was crying outside the door. So hopefully she doesn't cry while I'm talking right now.